America's new band of day traders created 11 hours of pure financial mania yesterday. It's hard to truly grasp all the twists and turns that we've seen in the past 48 hours, so let's take a step back and unpack how this chaos unfolded. Although shares of GameStop had already soared 276 in the past 5 days, a Tuesday tweet from Elon Musk sent those day traders and just about anyone who watches Wall Street for a living into a tizzy. Then, during Wednesday pre-market trading, GameStop hit an astonishing $365. Don't forget that just a week ago, it sold for less than $40 a share. Redditors started to ask, what's next? By the time markets opened, the frenzy was in full swing. Tootsie Roll and AMC soared. Robinhood, E-Trade, and Fidelity are all hit with service disruptions. By 12:53 p.m., GameStop is up 129% on the day. The mania catches the eyes of the SEC, the Treasury, and some senators who all say they're monitoring the situation. Flash forward to today. GameStop remains the focus of a lot of investor attention. As markets open, shares rallied in early U.S. trading, briefly pushing the stock above $500. It's advanced more than 1,700% so far this year. Joining us now from New York is Bloomberg cross-asset reporter Claire Valentine, who watched all of this unfold and documented it Wednesday. She wrote all about it for Bloomberg News. Claire, thanks so much for being here. First off, what were you thinking Wednesday as you watched all this craziness unfold?
I was overwhelmed, honestly. I mean, looking at these chat rooms, looking at Reddit and stock twits, it's incredible how much chatter is going on there constantly throughout the day by day traders. It was fascinating to get sort of an inside look into the conversation and not just a quick look or a glance, but to track it for 11 hours. So it's amazing how coordinated this is, how much trash talking, how enthusiastic they are about what's going on right now.
Claire, I got to tell you, just in the moments that we started the show, GameStop stock went from being very much in the positive pre-market trading, now down to 18%, negative 18%. Explain that for us. I mean, I know that nobody can explain these moves, but what does it mean for it to have a big move like that from positive to negative territory?
Right. It's been extraordinarily volatile. And we've seen just in the past 24 hours, some platforms that are whenever platforms either have momentary glitches or, for instance, we just saw this morning that clients of Robinhood reported they're unable to access certain stocks like GameStop and AMC. That can really send the share price down. It's extraordinarily volatile. So that's sort of the latest in the saga. Still a developing story, but right now at least, people on Robinhood are reporting that they're not able to access GameStop.
So what does that mean exactly, Claire? That's a big deal. I mean, I saw a tweet from our colleague, Miss Elena Gafapoulou, that showed her searching for some of those stocks in one of the platforms and nothing showing up. Does that mean that if somebody already owns it, they can't sell it, they can't access it, or what do we know at this point? Do we even know that?
We don't know a ton at this point, other than that there are just sort of these widespread kind of unable to access these stocks, and it's really interesting to see whenever this happens. There's some kind of trading platform glitch, or for instance, last night the Reddit forum Wall Street Bets went dark for about an hour. That really impacts the price of GameStop. So unlike traditional stocks, this isn't trading off fundamentals. This is entirely retail fueled and impacted by what they're doing.
So as has been widely reported over the last few days, Claire, these investors in Wall Street Bets, some of these retail investors, they set out to crush the hedge funds. Did it work? Is it mission accomplished?
Some of these hedge funds are definitely feeling the pain, especially ones that had positions and weren't able to exit them in time. It's really a tale of how retail investors have gone up against, in a coordinated effort, against some of these big Wall Street hedge funds. And it's not just GameStop. In my deep dive yesterday, everyone on these forums is asking, what's the next GameStop? Looking at things like AMC. We even saw Tootsie Roll soar yesterday. So it's a coordinated effort sort of by these people to go against the hedge funds and to make money through piling into some of these securities.
Yeah, American Airlines we saw surging this morning after earnings as much as 25%. Claire, I wonder what the mood was like yesterday in these forums. I know that you and our colleague Sarah Ponsek spent some time in these forums on Reddit and other platforms as well. What was the mood like?
People are just so excited about what's going on. There's not a lot of negative sentiment on these forums right now. Everyone is sort of, just encouraging each other and just, wanting to pile into these stocks. It's extraordinarily enthusiastic constantly. It's a pretty incredible environment just to see everyone saying, put your money in this, put your money in that. This is how much money I've made through this bet. There's no lack of just positive sentiment going on right now in these forums.
So what happens next? Because some of these retail investors are holding on to serious gains, and in order for them to realize those gains, they have to actually sell. How long can this continue?
That's the key question. And from the people that I've talked to, professional investors talking about this, the consensus is this cannot last forever. This, a stock cannot just go straight up like this. But then again, it can go on for a while. That being said, when it does reverse, it's likely to be sharp. It's likely to be volatile. And unfortunately, a portion of these retail investors at least are going to lose money.
Yeah. Important thing to keep in mind. Bloomberg's Claire Valentine. Claire, thank you so much for your time. You see the 5-day chart of GameStop right there, up more than 700% just in the last 5 days.